Hi, this is Jay from Suicide for a King, and you're listening to the Network 317 podcast.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us for another episode of the Network 317 podcast. We have Jeremy from Suicide for a King.
How you doing, everyone?
It's cold.
Oh, real?
Yeah. Oh, dude, we where I live at, we have like 12 inches, which probably isn't shit where you live at. So who knows?
Yeah. Well, since I have a company in snow removal, it's kind of a big deal.
I bet your ass has been busy.
Yes. Well, this year's not that bad, but when you have to go out, you have to go out.
Right. All right. Well, tell you what, man. Tell us about your band, Suicide for a King. Like, tell us all about your band.
Well, that's a good question because we sometimes have a hard time. I know maybe every band member have this same problem, but for us, it's just we're just a bunch of musicians who love different style. We just love a different style, each of the members, and when we write the songs together, we just love to take each things of like everyone enjoy and put it in the song. That I think that's what makes Suicide unique, is you can always feel a little bit of everybody's taste in the music, and I think that what makes a strength for the band. It's you can find a lot of variation, stuff that you won't hear probably in the main metalcore style. You're gonna see influences from other style like deathcore, a lot from the prog music, instrumental stuff like Animals Leader, stuff like that. And I know my guitar player doesn't want to make too much about this, but you can hear a little bit of jazz influence, but not that much. We're still in a metalcore band, but
that's cool though.
Many influences that what we're after right under our hand.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool. I mean, that you can hear just a hint of jazz, and to be honest, a lot of music originated from jazz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of music. I mean, you can hear from regular rock and roll to metalcore. I mean, you can hear some influences there. So that's definitely a plus. Nothing wrong with that. Shauna sent me the video that you guys just released. The Worst in Us. Tell me about that video, man. And I tell you what, before you answer that, when I got that from her, because she sends me, bands, that she's working with all the time, and I clicked on it and I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty damn good. Let's see what this is about. And all the different changes in the video. What was behind the whole concept? Like, who came up with the concept of the video?
Yes. Well, first of all the things that you see that shot in the video, the setup, the where we're shooting, we all built it by ourselves.
Nice.
So I think it took us like 3 or 4 hours to all build the chains and to recreate a cool setup for the shooting of the video. And for the concept of the song, actually, is I can we're probably like many of the audience be angry in your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when you're so angry, you have like bad ideas and bad influences that you want to take, because that's always the easiest path to take when you're angry. Like for myself, when I'm angry, I've got like bad choices that I could make, because the path is so clear for me. But when I take a step back and rethink about it, that's never the path I would have taken if I take a step back from this. So that song is about this, about not getting in the influence from the bad mood that you got it into. Like, to take a step back, because sometimes you're gonna make like bad choices when you listen to those feelings that you should have when
Right.
you're in the most calm situation.
I think we've all been there. And then when we make the bad decisions, we're like, oh shit,
Hmm.
I shouldn't have done
And
that.
that's why sometimes when I'm angry of some stuff, I just that doesn't give it too much attention. Just take a step back and rethink about it and respond to the with a good situation. And that was the song talks about, uh, not speaking with the angry side of it.
Right. Cool. Cool. All right. Um, misconception.
And Misconception is one of the new singles. Actually, is the single that came right before the Worse Than Us in
Ah,
November.
okay. Now, is that going to be on the same release, like a EP?
For right now, we have a couple single that we're about to release in the next couple of months. This Misconception, the Worst in Us, and the release that will probably came out a couple of months after are probably gonna be on the same EP. We're still working on some stuff to make a, a good concept between all of this. But for right now, we got two singles, Misconception and The Worst in Us, and you're probably gonna hear from us really soon from with the newer stuff.
Nice, nice. I tell you what, man, you guys are a kick-ass band. Um,
Thank you.
I've been doing this for a while, and when it went since '95. So when you hear band after band after band after band, it takes a lot to really make you go, "Oh, I like that. Let's see what they're about."
Thank you.
Let's rewind with you guys. What was the turning point that made you want to be in a band?
I think for myself, it wasn't even a choice. I mean, I'm in the scene since I'm 6 years old, maybe. I've been doing shows since that time. I'm always been in the music scene, and I discovered metal when I was about 7 or 10, but already got into it about 12 years old when I can go to the high school. And since then, I've just never left that scene. So for myself, it was always a dream that I cherish. So that wasn't even a question for me that I was for sure being in a band. For my partners, for my both guitar players, they actually it was their first band, Suicide for a King. They
Oh
got
wow.
into, yes, it was their first serious project. So they kind of been like initiated with Suicide for a King for their first show, for their first metal show. Of course, my guitar players, my lead guitar Rafael, he's on college in music, jazz music, and stuff like that. So he's been into the process of introducing and he's been introduced to the music world, but he's really he really born with Suicide for a King in his first show.
Wow. Yeah, you know what's funny? You just said he goes to school for jazz and then playing in a
Yes.
metalcore band. And quite some time back, several years ago, I managed a metal band, and the drummer slash vocalist, he actually put himself through school being a jazz drummer uh, at his college. Like that's what he went for, is to play, jazz drumming in college, and he had a scholarship from jazz drumming. Then he would go play metal shows, and a
Mhm.
lot of people, when they would hear about that, they're like, "No way! Like you're a jazz drummer?" He's like, "Yeah, that's what I go to school for, is jazz drumming."
Well, if you understand like the concept and the theory behind all of this, I think honestly I think you can do anything you want. That's yeah. You learn from school all the style, all the varieties and the theories. After that, man, you can apply it to every style you want because you know the basics.
Right, right, right. On February 14th, you guys posted on your Facebook that you had 15,000 streams
Hmm.
of your new single, and it was played in like 77 different countries.
Yes.
That's got to be badass. You know, that's got to be badass for a band like you guys.
We didn't expect those kind of like reaction, and honestly we were hoping to get some bad some positive review, but not as that much. We're still on we still can't believe it that it got us like so much stream and positive review, and so many people are talking about us. So right now we're still on a sitting on the cloud and like, oh my god, is this really happening? So things moving fast, but we're really happy about this.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so actually thanks to everybody who's been listening to it. Really appreciate. We didn't expect so much positivity from the audience. So again, thanks to everyone who listening to it. It's really appreciated.
Yeah. Now, are you guys an indie release? Like, are you on your own, or are you signed to a
uh,
label?
for right now we are independent. We didn't sign to any label. I think we're still building our image and our sound. We're getting more mature with the newer stuff and the newer stuff. So each release became more professionally done. uh, if the opportunity happens, we'll definitely look into it. It's always been in one of my dreams to sign on the big label. I can think of Sharp Tone, Fearless Record, Epitaph
Oh
Record.
yeah,
All those labels
great
have been in
labels.
my
I know.
mind since I'm a teenager. So
Yeah, great labels.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. What's future plans for you guys? Like, what does the future bring? What do you guys have planned for the future?
Oh man, that's a good question, and still still not sure for us because, as you know, we're in Canada in the French part.
Right.
I don't think you notice the accent, so I'm not
Of
gonna talk
course
about
not.
it. But we're still for in our country right now. Is there a lot? Is there a lockdown? We're on
Yeah.
a lockdown right now, so we can go out after 8 and through 5 a.m. So right now planning shows for us is really we still don't know what's gonna happen this summer. Are they're gonna open the border or not? We still don't know if we can travel. So for the touring stuff, we it's a really uncertain time for us right now. But we didn't take vacation on the quarantine. Even in the summer, we've been working really hard. Each day has been a day for writing music and doing some promotion stuff and working on our stuff. So maybe we're it's not this is not the year that we're gonna tour the most, but you're definitely gonna hear about us because we got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when COVID, as you know, all over the world, it shut everything down in entertainment wise. Um, that's actually why we started a podcast,
Hmm.
because we would go to live shows and concerts and do interviews in person. Like I said, I've been doing this since '95,
Hmm.
and I'm used to, setting everything up, in person, interviewing the bands, hanging out. And when early last year, when we started getting, a list of all the shows that are getting shut down, we were like, we better come up with another plan,
Hmm.
plan B. And we'd been flirting around the idea of doing a podcast. So I'm like, well, it's either now or never. There's definitely no touring or in person interviews for a long time. So
Yeah, COVID really hits the overall scene. I think most of the bands had to reinvent themselves. That was and they came out with live streaming shows.
yeah,
Didn't have the opportunity to listen one of those, but I got good reviews about it. I honestly I want to know your feedback on it. What do you think of the live streaming show? Do you like it?
yeah. Now, have you guys done one?
We didn't have done yet, but we're thinking about it.
That would be awesome.
We're seriously thinking about it. We because we have to look for a location that's gonna be open
Right.
for us to be able to perform, and the way that we're gonna stream it. So We didn't plan one yet, but we're still definitely looking at one of those considerations.
That'd be awesome. That'd be great. You said you guys are locked down. You said from what time to what time?
We're locked down to 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. So right
Damn.
now I can't go out outside.
Really? So what
Yeah.
would happen if you go out?
And what would happen?
Yeah.
Well, there's patrolling of police in the
No
street.
shit.
They saw you. There's no warning or stuff like that. They just shoot you like right away. And then again,
No
maybe
shit.
no, again,
I
but
was like,
they're
fuck.
no, but there's they giving you tickets.
You know,
Like a good tickets. Like you're gonna feel it.
so after the restrictions are lifted and COVID goes bye-bye, are you guys going to unleash hell on everybody? Like, are you going to go full force and just kick ass?
You can count on this. Honestly, we were supposed to go on tour this summer, and of course, it has been canceled because of the COVID stuff. But I can tell you one thing: the second we can like travel and stuff like that, we're gonna plan something big. Not some small thing like that. Something big. I want to make something big. I want to celebrate the fact that we
Right.
can do what we were born to do, to go on stage.
Right.
I'm We're so excited about coming to the US and hit the US market for real. Always been one of my dream. I think almost all of my favorite band come from the US, so I want to be on the same scene as them.
Yeah.
So we're definitely want to go on that market. Also, the UK market. I got review from Canada, for Canadian band that been to Europe, and the review are insane. Like the scene is amazing around there too. So that's definitely a market that we want to tour as soon as we can, of course.
Yeah. Good. Killer. Killer. Yeah. When you guys do start touring, man, either yourself or have Shauna, get a hold of me. Like the closest city to me is Indianapolis.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a pretty big scene down there. A lot of different clubs, and venues that
Mhm.
you guys would probably do very well at.
Excellent. Well,
Right.
I will let you. No,
Right.
no, don't
Right.
worry
Right.
about this.
Right. When you're not writing music, man, and kicking ass and making these good videos, what do you do? Like, hobbies, like,
For myself, but for right now, I'm a part-time firefighter, and
Oh, cool.
I've been going. Right now, I'm going to school, in business school, for because I'm an entrepreneur, so I want to learn more stuff about this. So I'm really into the entrepreneur stuff, and I got a business, like I mentioned before, snow removal. So I'm a pretty busy guy, but I love to be in the action all the
Yeah.
time and
Yeah.
starting project and stuff like that. So that's the kind of things that I love to do. And for my musicians, my guitar player Fred is a sound engineer, so he works on, and he's also a technicians on for the sing, like for the light and stuff like that. So he's
Okay.
working on some school in schools to help people doing their shows. And he also made a lot of our pre-prod with our guitar lead guitar Raphael, who we pre-produce our song before going into to wreck the whole thing.
That's cool. Now, if I'm not mistaken, are you guys a 3-piece?
We're a 5-piece band,
Really?
and yes, I know why you're asking this, because one member wasn't in the video of The Worst in Us,
Right.
and the answer is really easy, and I think you know it well. It was COVID related. He wasn't able to be on the video, so that's
Ah,
why there's one member missing. He wasn't able to be. Actually, our bass player Emil had a contact with potentially someone who has
right.
been in contact. So the second he knows it, he calls us, and we have to cancel him. So that's why Emil wasn't part of the video. So that's kind of suck, but that's COVID
Yeah.
time, desperately
Right.
measure.
Yeah, because you said my guitarist. I'm like, you've not mentioned the drummer, and or a bass player.
Yes, yes. Sometimes my bassist player Emil, because in the band where all the decision and the marketing stuff and the writing stuff all happen between me and both of the guitar players, and Emil is also in the band, but he's more of a session basis session basis for sessions.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like he's playing with us, he's touring with us, but he's for the latest part for the latest song, he's not too much involved on the process and the marketing stuff, but he just loves playing music and he's always with us. And for our drummers, he also actually studying in jazz music with Raphael in school. So
That's
that's how
great.
they know to. That's how they know to. They knew to get both of them. And actually, that's where they have met Emil. That's also in the jazz music.
That's
But and like I
crazy.
said, yes, yes,
That's
it's all.
crazy.
And the reason why Emil isn't too much involved in the band is that's because he's also in a university and music, so takes a lot of his time. So he prefers to just not be too much involved in the main decision. But he's also part of the SPAC family, so we still carrying him in our heart.
That's cool. For the guys that are going to university for music, when you guys are recording, is it like, do they want to keep recording it over and over and over and over and over? Like
Uh,
they might hear something that's not tuned, or they might hear, something that's not perfect, and then they're like, let's redo that.
we're in the band, we're all picky with the sound, but we do those kind of thing in the pre-productions. Like when we are together, we're listening to the song, and I was like, okay, that thing doesn't match, that thing goes well, so we're doing the thing again and again and again. And when it's perfect, when we all love it, we go to the studio. And
That's
in
cool.
the studio, when in the studio, it can happen that something doesn't match as well as we wanted to match. So now there's a whole process of stress, and we're like, oh my god, the session's going on, and what we're gonna do. And I'm like, okay, am I gonna get what I'm gonna do? And but it happened, but that's the part of the game. Sometimes you're so much into something, and when you have to make the final products, you got a flash or something pops up or something doesn't go the way you want it to go, or you got this idea on the spot that you want to explore, and I think it's better than what you've done. So uh, I think an artist will never be satisfied at 100% of his
Oh, of
project.
course.
They always want to do it again and again and again, but sometimes you have to just take what you are and release the material, because
Yeah.
it's an infinite process, and you can never go out of this.
Right.
Especially me, I'm so perfectionist with a lot of stuff. So
Well,
in
like I said, man,
yes,
that's what caught me with your music.
thank you. I hope you're gonna like the newer stuff that's gonna come out. So we're it's not even out that we're already stressing, and when it's gonna be out, we're gonna be stressing again. And when the reviews that's gonna come in, we're gonna stressing again. So
Right, right. I'm
I
going to
hope
be
that people's gonna like.
your next single that you're going to come out with that you're just telling me about. Is that going to be separate because you from your next EP, or is that going to be something totally, something new?
Hmm. The next song maybe is probably not going to be the same one as the two right before them. Like I said, we love to explore thing, doing newer stuff. Always evolves in our music. So the next song's gonna be probably on the same EP, but that's not gonna be this. Maybe it's gonna not be. It's not gonna be the same product. I think you're
That's
gonna be a
cool.
bit surprised. With each song, we always want to surprise the audience, and I'm really excited about seeing what people are gonna think about it, because we did one song, Misconception, a 5-minute song that go through a whole process of emotion. We
Wow.
got a short song, The Worst in
Mhm.
Us. It's so fast. It happened quickly, but the song make the audience travels with through a lot of, I mean, lot of thing. It literally it's 2 minutes 50.
Yeah, a lot of different
56.
emotion there.
Yes, and in a short period of time.
Yeah. Now that you
So,
explain it like that, I get it now. I get it.
and for the third song,
Keep it a
um,
secret.
yeah, well, I'm not gonna spoil the release, but I'm really excited to see what people is gonna hear is gonna think about this, because it's not the same thing that we did with the two first song. So I hope people is gonna see that we're able to do stuff other than always the same stuff. You know, we did we did we reimagined one of our song, Reaping. Can't save my life. And we did it because we wanted to show the world that, hey, we're a metal band, but we're able to do it, and we're able to do anything we want.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the proof: we can do some clean stuff, some more jazzy stuff. We can do art thing. We can do more melodic stuff. I think that there's this the approach that we want to show the world is Suicide for a King is able to do whatever they want to do. Like, we're not so attached to one style. We love to explore things and come up with new ideas and new concepts. So I'm really excited about what people is gonna think about the two next song that's gonna come out.
All right, cool. Well, tell you what, man, give us some links that we can, that our listeners and people that's watching this can, find your music. Any social media links, anything you want to push.
Yes, actually, we're on every social media. So we are on Spotify, Apple Music. We got our own website that you can go see our stuff for a picture of our show, merch, and stuff like that. SuicideForAKing.com. We're even on Shazam. So if you're listening to the song right in a bar, in a jukebox, or stuff like that, and you got Shazam, you push on the bottom, and you're gonna see us through the application. So you just have to write Suicide for a King anywhere, and you're gonna find us. I can guarantee that.